So today's session is taken by Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan வந்துட்டு 9-year-old kid. அதே மாதிரி நம்ம Let's Talk Let's Connectல he is the first youngest person who is going to take the plus ஒரு kid வந்து ஒரு coming forward பண்ணி நான் ஒரு session எடுக்க போறேன் அப்படின்னு ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணதே ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா இருந்தது for us. Thank you so much for Harshvardhan for that. Harshvardhan மாதிரி யாருக்கெல்லாம் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் சொல்லணும்னு ஆசை இருக்கோ we are looking forward. நிறைய பேர் வாங்க செஷன் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு. Thank you so much. Harshvardhan is going to become an inventor. So நிறைய invention வந்து Harshvardhan கொடுக்க போறாங்க. We are really happy for that. Without wasting your time, I'm handing over the session to you. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி சில விஷயங்கள் மட்டும் I wanted to share. First thing வந்துட்டு இந்த செஷன் ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகுது. அதுல யாருக்காவது கன்சர்ன் இருந்ததுன்னா இப்பவே நீங்க சொல்லிடுங்க. செகண்ட் வந்துட்டு டில் ஹர்ஷவர்தன் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ற வரைக்கும் நம்ம எல்லாரும் கொஞ்சம் மியூட்ல இருக்கலாம். So that it will help him to speak fluently. So with that, thank you so much. Harshvardhan, you can speak. Unmute பண்ணிட்டு பேசுங்க கண்ணு. You are on mute. Harshvardhan.
And thank you for coming to my webinar. And welcome everyone to my webinar about train. For the trains, and before we start this session, I'm going to show something. You can see my name is. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Harshvardhan. I'm 9 years old and I'm from Chennai. And I have a YouTube channel called Learn with Little Harshvardhan. A minute. And this is my YouTube channel. If you like, you can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And now let's go into the webinar. And now I'm going to drive you all to my train webinar. Hope you all have a wonderful journey. Okay, and can any of you tell which person is this? You can inform in the chat box. You can inform the answers. Otherwise, you just say I don't know if you can't guess it. One person sent the answer. Correct. Okay. One person with the name, it's Aravind, sent the answer. And he got the answer George Stephenson. And it's the correct answer. George Stephenson. And he was the first ever inventor who invented the first steam locomotive train and the first train in the world. And it was called the rocket. It went about 35 miles per hour. And this is the picture of the rocket. You can see this is the real picture, and this is the just a printed picture. And this consists of many parts such as the piston, wheels, fender, boiler, the funnel, and many other parts. And this is the real life rocket. You can see it's written here rocket, and this is the boiler, funnel, the piston, wheels, and the buffers will be the over here, but it's not seen in this picture. And we'll start with the steam engine, and you all must be eager to know the parts of a steam engine and how it works. So I'm going to explain the parts of the steam engine and how it works. In this picture, I will be explaining the outer parts you can actually see. You can see this is the wheels, and this is the coupling rods. It's over here connected to the piston, and this is the boiler, and the firebox of the train is somewhere inside here. And this is the funnel where the unnecessary steam comes out, and this is the tender. And now I'm going to show you the inner parts of a steam engine. And this is the inner parts of a steam engine. You can see the coupling rods again and the wheels and the piston with a small base here and the boiler here, the firebox and the throttle, the dry steam pipe, the tender is over here, and the coal and the buffers, which you can only see two, but there will be 4 buffers. And now I'm going to show you how the steam locomotive works. And this is how the steam locomotive works. You can see this is the coupling which is moving the wheels connected to the piston. And you can see here the red one is the steam that's entering and the blue is the steam that's escaping. Since the steam is entering on each side, it pushes each part, keep pushing one by one to move the wheels. And this is keep blocking one by one the sides as the train moves. And see, when it comes here, the rod pulls this and steam enters from here, and the blue one, it will escape through the funnel. And this part of the steam engine is nothing but this part of this picture. And this is how the steam locomotive works. Okay. And this is the first steam locomotive in India. It was built by E.B. Wilson, and it was called Thomas Wilson, and it was first built in India in a place called Roorkee, and it was actually a tank engine. You can see it doesn't usually have a tender. A tank engine is just a train that doesn't have tender. Its coal is kept separately, which is attached to the train but not kept in tender. And they have a tank to store extra water. Now let's go through the one of the world's fastest trains and the record-breaking trains. This is the Flying Scotsman. You can see all these parts, the coupling rods. Here is written the Flying Scotsman, the boiler and the buffers, and these wind reflectors which are used to reflect wind. And this was a long-distance express train. It can take more water and coal than other steam engines because it has 2 tenders. But in this picture, you cannot see 2 tenders. You can only see 1. And the Flying Scotsman was the first ever steam engine which ever reached a speed of 100 miles per hour. Now I'm going to show you another steam locomotive. This is the
Hello, Harsh, your voice is cutting.
Yeah, for me too.
That's right. I think there is some network issue from his side. I think அவங்க எண்ட்ல ஏதோ நெட்வொர்க் ப்ராப்ளம் நினைக்கிறேன்.
இருக்காங்கல்ல, சோ வந்து ஒரு கிட் வந்து ஸ்டோரி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும், அப்படியே வந்துட்டு இன்னொருத்தங்க கிட்ட கண்டினியூ பண்ணும். இந்த கேம் விளையாடலாமா கிட்ஸ்? எல்லாருக்கும் ஓகேவா?
All are on mute.
Okay.
Okay, so who said okay can start the story?
Sri Charan, you can start any story, ma.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, someone is telling I can't understand English. So I can't understand. Sorry. Yeah, you can share.
In that forest, there lived an elephant. That elephant was irritating all the animals in the forest. And also
Very nice.
making fun of them. One day, the elephant was walking in the forest and it saw a parrot. The elephant said, "Oh, what are you doing, parrot? I didn't see you passing by. I am the strongest animal in this group. And the elephant laughed. And he said, stand up. Stand up and bow down to me. Bow means vanakkam. The parrot said, why should I bow down to you? Then the elephant got angry and he shook the tree and he lifted up the whole tree so that the parrot can't sit anymore. And the elephant laughed. And he said, go away. Now you know I am the jungle strongest animal. And the elephant gone to a river. Near that river, near the bank of the river, there was which every day the ant would collect food for the eating. Then the elephant saw the ant. Oh, hello, ant, said the elephant. The ant said hi to the elephant. And the elephant said, what are you doing? Said the elephant. And the ant said, I am taking my food for eating. It will rain soon. Then the elephant was taking from the river water. It took a lot of water and he sprayed it on the ant. The ant was completely wet and his food was spoiled too. The elephant laughed and the ant said, laugh how much and you can laugh, but I will there was a network teach you a lesson someday. There was a small network issue.
Thank you. Okay, you can start, Aishwarya.
Okay, I'm going to again start from how the steam engine works. Again, I'm going to start from there. Okay, just a minute.
He has started.
Okay, wait. Okay, and how steam engine works. Okay, now you can, and in this again I'm going to explain the coupling rod, which is actually connected to the wheels, and the piston, which is connected to near the train, on the train, and the boiler where water is kept to be heated, the firebox, which is used, the firebox where coal is kept to be burned is used to heat the water, and some of the extra coal is being kept in the tender. Here we will show you how the steam engine works. Okay, you can see in this picture the red color represents the steam that's entering and the blue color represents the steam that's escaping. The escaped steam will come out from the funnel. You can see the red is pushing from each side and moving the wheels. And this is because there will be a small piece over here which moves left and right, letting steam in the proper time. And this moves when this small base is moving these rods, pushing and pulling as it keeps moving. And this is how the steam engine will move. And this is the first steam engine in India. It was built by E.B. Thomas Wilson. E.B. Wilson in a place in India called Roorkee, and it was called Thomas Wilson, and it was a tank engine. The tank engine is just similar to a tender engine, except it doesn't have any tender, and the coal is stored in the train itself. And they have a tank near the boiler to store extra water. And now let's see some of the fastest steam locomotives in the world. This is the Flying Scotsman. In this you can see all the outer parts, the coupling rods, piston, boiler, the wind reflectors, which is they used to reflect the wind, and its tender. And the Flying Scotsman was built by an inventor, British railway inventor called Sir Nigel Jersey. And this Flying Scotsman was a long distance express train. It usually had two tenders to help it go for farther distances. So the second tender is actually used to carry extra water, so it can travel for longer distances without stopping. But in this picture, you can only see one of these tenders. And now I'm going to show you another picture of another steam train. This is the Duchess of Hamilton. It's also a very fast train, but it's not a record-breaking train like the Flying Scotsman. And it's actually a streamlined train. The streamlined shape is just the shape that may help the steam engines to push through the wind, which helps them go faster. And the top funnel is actually flattened to cut down the air resistance. And I'm going to show you one more train. This is the Mallard. This is also a streamlined train. And the funnel of this train is not flattened. It's curved shape. So they're able to push through the wind even through the funnel. And the front of it, you see, it looks a bit like a bullet train, a bit like that. But in the sides, it's different. And in the side of the thing, it's written Elenia in the tender. You can see that. Now I'll show one more. This is the Silver Link. This looks the same shape as Mallard, so we just painted in a different color. And this also has the same. Letters written in the tender LNER. In the tender also, it's just written the same. You can see here. And we have come to the end of the train steam engines. If you have any doubts, you can just inform. Otherwise, we can go on to the next.
Guys, யாருக்காவது இதுல doubts இருந்ததுன்னா chat boxல inform பண்ணுங்க. Otherwise, Ashwadan, we will move on to the next.
Okay, they will send it seems now.
No,
you have any doubt? Okay, anyone has a doubt? Or no one has any doubts?
We can move on, Ashwadan. They will ask at last.
Okay. And now we are going to look at the monorail. The monorail. And this is the picture of the first monorail. The monorail is a train that runs on only one rail. You can see here only one rail it has. And this is a picture of the monorail in Mumbai. You can see these. Some monorails usually have rubber tires to help it move. This is how these monorails move on one rail. Okay, and the first monorail was built in 1820, built in London, built by Ivan Elmanov. And now we are looking at the diesel engine. This is the picture of the first diesel engine. And this diesel engine is a train that's actually powered by diesel with a motor that's powered by diesel to help it move. These motors may be similar to a regular car, diesel car motor, but it will be much powerful because these trains can pull much heavier loads than a regular car can. This is a petrol train, the train powered by petrol. This is the first diesel engine in India. You can see this also works the same way as I already told you, that has a diesel motor to pull the train. We still find diesel engines nowadays. Okay, now we are looking at the electric train. This is a picture of the first electric train. And these electric trains are powered by electricity. And they have electric wires above them to supply their power. And they have a rod that's touching the electric wire to help it get the power to the motor of the train. This is the first electric train in India. It was called the Deccan Queen, and it was built in 1930. And this is the electric train in Chennai. This also has electric wires like all the other electric trains. So now we are going to look at the bullet train. This is a picture of the first bullet train. It was called the Tokyo Shinkansen, and it was first built in Japan. This is also an electric train powered by electricity with electric wires above them. The track of it is more wider than the regular train tracks to help it go around bends without stopping much. And the bullet train was the first ever high-speed train in the world, and the Japanese railway was the first ever high-speed railway in the world. And this is the picture of the bullet train in India. This bullet train is still under construction, and once it's built, it's going to be the first ever high-speed train in India. And now we are going to look at the air and jet trains. This is a picture of a train which is known as a rail zapper, I think. It's powered by, you can see it has a big propeller to help it move fast. These trains has no chance of pulling freight. It doesn't have any coupling. It can only take passengers. And when it was built, it was the fastest train in the world until the M497 was built. It was a jet-powered train, and it's the fastest locomotive in the world. We still find these trains in America nowadays. Now we are looking at the aeromoval, the atmospheric train. The word aeromoval comes from the word aerodynamic, movement, and elevated. You can see in each word aerodynamic. Take the word dynamic, aero, then movement. Take the word in movement, just take the word move without its E. And in elevated, just take ELE in the thing. Then you will get the word aeromoval. This is how the word aeromoval came from. And the first aeromoval train had a pipe below the tracks, and when the air was filled inside, there will be a base. You cannot see the base because here, and you can see here there's something that's connected to the base here inside, circle base to the train, so that when the air pushes the base, it helps the train move. And this is a sample picture of the aeromoval train. And this is a picture of the aeromoval train we find in India. I mean, nowadays. And this is how the aeromoval train works. You can see the aerodynamic shape and these bases that are connected to the train, and the power comes from this big motor, but when it spins a repeller, it produces wind, goes to the track, you can see the arrows, and pushes this base and pushes the train. And from here, it actually pulls. So it helps the train move. And aeromoval trains can take very tight turns, and its top speed was only 80 kilometers per hour. And it costs less and doesn't give any pollution because it's only powered by air. And this is a picture of how it looks inside the base. This is how it looks, this base. Nowadays the base inside actually square and it's actually built in a bridge. It doesn't go down. And this is the real life picture of the hole between, which is supposed to be producing where the wind will blow to make the train move. That's why it's called elevated, because it's lift. It's a track that goes above. It doesn't go on the ground. And now we are looking at the super fast TGV train. And this is a picture of a TGV train, and the word TGV stands for high speed train. This is also an electric train, and it was built in France. You can see the electric wires above it. And it was the fastest train in the world. Its top speed was 357 miles per hour. It was built in France. Now we are seeing the maglev train. This is a picture of the maglev train and the tracks. You can see there's no rails in the track. And this is the track. You can see there's no rails at all. And the meaning of maglev train is magnetic levitation. And this is how the maglev train will work. You can see with the help of magnets, the train gets the support with only the magnetic force. Okay. Okay, and this is how the maglev train, you can pitch another picture of how it works. You can see the magnets are here, and the magnets help move and help it float. But you must be wondering how the train is floating with the help of magnets, because magnets usually attract each other. And now I'll show you how it's working. How the train is. See, you can see I'm having two magnets here. I'm going to push it close together. See, I'm not able to push it. But if I turn this magnet, it attracts. So this is how the trains float. The north and north or south and south of the magnet kept close, it would push each other away. If north and south is kept close, it will attract. So since the magnets of north and south in the magnets keep on switching, the magnet will always be north, north, south, south will always be facing. So this is how the train moves. And this train that has no wheels or no motor. It's an automatic train. It works automatically. It has no driver at all. And it floats above the track, but only for 2 centimeters. And these magnets can switch very quickly. And the quicker the magnet switch, the faster the train goes. And the maglev train was the fastest train in the world. Its top speed was 603 kilometers per hour. And now we are going to look at the amazing trains. This is a tram. This is also an electric powered train. It has electric wires above its head to help it move. And it usually runs on city streets, but it doesn't have any electric wires. Doesn't have any rubber tires to go on the road. It has rails that goes on the road. It's like a level crossing that's all around the track. And this is the suspension train. The suspension train is actually a hanging train which hangs above the track. And it has rubber tires above it to help it move on the track hanging. And this is the funicular railway. Funicular railway. It's supposed to take passengers up very steep hills. And didn't you know, one funicular railway was built to take passengers up Mount Vesuvius, an active volcano in Italy, but uncomfortably, it was wrecked because of the volcano erupted in 1944. And we don't have this funicular railway going there at all. And this is the Eurostar. It's an underwater train. It is still under construction. It's an underwater train that goes under the sea. It was connected from Britain to France, I think so. And it was also a bit like shaped like a bullet train. And this is the underwater train in India, which is still under construction. And this is the metro train. Can you tell where this metro train is from? You can inform in chat. I'll give you 1 minute for this. Yes. One person with name of Mayapan said it's from Chennai, and it is. And I have gone in this train, took a ride on this train twice or thrice. Okay.
Yes, near Chennai.
Yeah, this metro station is actually near Chennai Airport. Okay, that's all. And this is the record of the longest goods train in the whole world. It contains almost 700 cars, and it was pulled by 8 diesel electric locomotives. And it would have taken 8 minutes to pass. Like for example, if a train starts the engine, you saw the engine and you keep staying in the one place. By the time you could even see the end of the train, it would have become 8 minutes would have passed. It's such a long train, right? It was supposed to carry iron around Western Australia. And didn't you know there was a train called the ghost train? But it's not really a ghost train, it's just a train that ran from London Necropolis Station. And Necropolis Station. And it's supposed to take dead people to the place where they are buried. And keep in mind, this is not a real ghost train. And it's a picture of the hydrogen train. And this is the picture of the hydrogen train. It's still under construction, and it's a train powered by hydrogen. And it's going to be tested in Germany.
Does it use hydrogen to run?
Yes, it uses hydrogen to run. Okay, and I have finished about the trains. And hope you all enjoyed my drive.
Yeah.
And thank you for attending my webinar. Now, you have any questions about this webinar?
One thing. Hello. You showed us one thing about that.
Wait. Guys. Sorry for the interruption. Wait. Hello. Can you hear me? Wait.
Yes, I can hear you.
Just raise your hands. We will give you choice one by one. Okay. Just like I am going to mute all. So if you raise your hand, I'll unmute yourself. Okay, I will unmute you. Okay, you can ask your questions one by one so that he will answer you clearly.
Okay.
Nancy, if there are any questions in the chat box before you can tell because we missed those questions. Can you read those questions?
So
Can
far
you find-
எதுவும் questions இல்ல ma'am because Sricharan வந்து when you having network problem he is he's telling stories அதனால அவரை கொஞ்சம் appreciate பண்ணி நிறைய chats இருந்தது so அதுதான் இருந்தது. So far there is no question.
Thank you, Sricharan.
Thank you so much Sricharan for engaging us while they are reconnecting. So நான் ஒருத்தரை இப்ப unmute பண்றேன். Okay, I'll unmute you. யாரெல்லாம் hand raise பண்ணிருக்காங்களோ அவங்கள unmute பண்றேன். They can ask. Questions இருந்தா மட்டும் ask கேளுங்க. Feedbacks வந்து after that. Okay.
I think Shravan Ravi is raised hand first. So you can.
Okay.
Aakash.
Hello, Harshavardhan.
Shravan?
Hello, Harshavardhan. Yeah.
Yes.
I am Karthik, school teacher from Tanjavur. I have a question.
Karthik.
Yes, sir.
Karthik.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for interrupting you. I think Shravan Ravi is raised the question first, so let him give a chance to him. So
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fine.
Yeah.
Where was the first?
Aakash, I want to ask, you said that there's a train which runs in the roads, right? In the other cities like Europe. They're also called prams, aren't they?
I think yes.
And does the nitrogen train runs out in nitrogen?
Not nitrogen, hydrogen. Not nitrogen gas. Hydrogen gas.
It doesn't really run in hydrogen gas?
I think it really does run in hydrogen gas. I didn't read much about this actually.
I really wanted to know that because it's named by its that gas. So I just wanted to ask you if it is really running with that gas.
Then, yes, we are still working on it, but I really think it's powered by hydrogen. I think so.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Next.
I think A and mind was his raised hands again.
Okay.
Okay, now who?
Hi, Vardhan. It was a nice session and it was really inspiring for every small children over here. You did a very good job. Now, Anya has a question for you. Can you ask Anya?
Yeah.
Harsha, I'll send you something.
Send what? Let's check once. I'll just check.
What is the meaning of stunting?
The meaning of
Shunting.
shunting is just like shunting is just like for example, there's a place called a shunting gas where there'll be many cars mixed up with so many track points everywhere to switch, and the shunting is only done by tank engines. They just have to move all around the place and sort out all the trucks in the proper order. That's called shunting.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Thank you.
Welcome.
I have one doubt.
Okay, who's asking that now?
I'm Saurav.
Oh, okay. What's the doubt?
Hi.
Where was the first bulletin was launched?
The first bullet train was?
Launched.
I don't really understand what you mean by when it went. When was it first launched? That I actually don't know. Sorry.
He's asking where was
When or where?
where?
Where it was launched? Probably Japan actually, because it's Japan.
Hello,
Okay.
Harsh.
It's launched in Japan.
Magnetic
Thank you,
train,
bye.
I understand.
Okay. Who said that now?
I'm Rishit.
Rishit, okay. Can you just repeat that? I didn't get it clearly.
I have sent it in the chat box.
Send it in the chat box.
May I speak now?
Yeah, you can speak.
Hi Harsha. Hi Harshavardhan. I'm Mayappan. I have a question. You told that there is one ghost train. You explained that there is no ghost train. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's not really a ghost train. They just call it a ghost train.
Oh. Who launched it first in which year?
That I really don't know actually. Let me just check. I got about this in a book. I'll just check.
Yeah. Can you please tell what book are you using to learn this?
It was what?
Somebody speaking in the middle.
Got muted. Okay. You are asking when it was first launched?
Yeah.
That ghost
Yeah.
train? But
Yeah.
let me just read. Well, it ran from the Turkish train service ran from London Neapolis railway station, which Necropolis station, which opened in 1854. It was opened in 1854. It was opened.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
The ghost train is just named ghost. You said it takes dead bodies.
Yes, it takes the dead people to the place where they're buried. That's all. It's not really a ghost train.
So that's what it's called a ghost train, right?
No, it's just a train that carries dead people to the place where they are buried. That's all.
That's why it is called as the ghost train.
I think so. Yes.
Okay, I think the
Harshavardhan?
next person who's asked a doubt is Sri Charan.
Oh, Sri Charan. Okay. What's your doubt, Sri Charan?
Is he here? Sri?
Rishit Karthik. Yes.
Gayathri is raised her hand.
Okay, then we can ask. Call.
I'm asking her to unmute.
Harsh, I asked you about the magnetic train. I did not understand.
Can you please magnetic train? So, okay.
Harsha, I need to go.
You need to go now, okay?
Because I have low battery, I need to put charge.
Okay, you don't have to leave. You can just put it for charge and continue. You don't have to leave.
I need to go down.
Okay. Okay, who asked about the maglev train? How it works? Who asked
I
that?
think it's Nagastri. Vivek. I think Nagastri is asked.
It's Rishit.
Okay, the maglev train just works with the help of magnets. You can see here the force of the magnets. You can see here the magnets north is facing and it's able to float, and these magnets actually keep changing very quickly, so it's helping the train to move. That's how these trains move, and it's not having a driver, it's automatic train.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Harsh, if it is automatic, how would they stop the train?
If it's automatic, it will stop automatically. It does everything automatically.
I was saying if the magnet is more, it'll keep running, right? So, but how would they stop the train? Will they take off the magnets when it's coming to the station?
Do they?
Do they take off the magnets when it's near to the railway station? Or is there...
I'm not sure. Maybe it's just like a sensor, or maybe someone controls the track, not the train. Maybe. I think someone will control the tracks. Actually, controls the magnetic field in the track.
Or Harsh, is it like when they come near to the railway station, is it that the magnetic power will get lower?
I think so. I don't think it gets lower. They say the maglev train keeps floating. I think it's just because, see, there might be a controller for the magnets on the track. As the track keeps switching, maybe there's a controller.
I want to show you something.
Who said that? Teacher N.
Yes,
Hey, can I stop the share or I should still show? Okay, I'm stopping the share. Okay.
Harshavardhan?
Hi Harsha, why is throttle used?
Why is?
Throttle used.
I don't remember that actually. Just search.
Just let's stop it tomorrow.
Gayathri, you can ask.
Harsh, what's the difference between steam engine and whistle engine?
Okay.
What's the difference between diesel engine and steam engine?
Harsh, unmute yourself. Harsh, I think you didn't unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
The difference is just that when the diesel engines will have smoke coming out, steam engine will have steam coming out from funnel and from other places also, and you will actually see 3 big wheels in the sides. You will see 3 big wheels. You can see in this picture 3 big wheels and 2 in front like that. And the funnel here, whistle and all. If in a diesel engine, you won't have that. And the diesel engines will also have buffers actually in front. And in the back, they will actually have tender. They won't have a tender, but some steam engines will have. Or you can actually see if they have big wheels in the sides. Any number of big wheels or piston. If you can't see here. You can just see between the wheels actually. If there's here 2 big wheels over here means it's a steam engine. Or you can see if steam is coming out from the top, it's a steam engine. You can see here there's no piston, no big wheels, and there's no funnel on top, there's no steam whistle like that. So that's only the difference between a steam engine and diesel engine.
Harsh.
Yeah?
In electric train in India, who launched it and which year?
I don't know that, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Harshavardhan,
Yeah?
which book are you using for reading about these trains? Or are you using Google?
No, we use mostly Google actually for trains. I didn't know, but some of them I explain what and all. Actually, I know. I already know lots of it. And that ghost train and the world's longest train, I got it from this book of mine, on Kids Handbook.
Where can I get it from?
Train books actually. I can show it or not. You don't want to see it? Just tell me.
Can you please show it?
Someone asked that when was the first electric train built, right? Someone asked.
It's Rishit.
Oh, Rishit, I wrote it down. I just forgot about that. It was built in 1925. The first electric train in India. And it was called the Deccan Queen. It was called.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome.
Where can I get the book from? From Amazon or?
Where can you get the book from? I actually don't know actually. Got it from an exhibition.
Oh, thank
from
you.
Book fair, I think you will get. But I actually. Okay, this is the book you should actually, if you want this book, you should Fine for kids. This kids
National
handbook.
Railway Museum. Oh,
What? This book is
okay.
actually a very interesting book. It actually has it has some tests and all. You can actually do some tests over here and all. You might get some activities to do also in this book. And many new things you might not know about these trains and all.
Hush, can you show the book correctly? I will write it on. I'll check if there is an Amazon.
Tell me when I should not show. When to stop showing.
Harsh, if you can send all the kids title of the book and the author of the book would be helpful.
Okay, we'll see if I can send. I'll send it today itself or maybe tomorrow. Okay. Okay, someone. Okay, Tommy Jerry.
Harsha, where
Yeah.
some underwater train built?
First underwater train built.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I actually don't know. I even didn't write it. I remember not writing. I remember if I didn't write or not.
The book name is Kids Handbook, right?
Yeah. In the top, it will be written National Railway Museum Kids Handbook. It's about the National Railway Museum and many other things about trains and all.
I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Is the underwater train runs in diesel engine or what kind of an engine does it rail? Does it go on monorail or something? The engine of what engine is?
I think it's a bullet train, actually, a kind of high-speed train, I think so.
Or the underwater engine?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I think it's a kind of bullet train, actually, like maybe underwater train. No, she looks a bit like a high-speed.
Oh,
Actually.
okay.
The same title. I'm just going to.
Basically, I'm a trainer. I used to train people on skills. So where I have seen today, it is a wonderful presentation, and your the way that you answering the question and the way that a lot of webinars, and I have been conducting a lot of Zoom webinars like this. So it is a wonderful program. I was enjoyed, and even I showed my kids also. So you can also plan different topics in upcoming group. Okay. So thank you very much for this opportunity. So all the very best. I really enjoyed your presentation. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful comments.
I come just tell them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Kindly apologize. He went to use the restroom. Do you have any doubts regarding this? I'm just typing the train book name.
Hello. So many types of trains actually.
Yes.
So he classified so many types of trains. So in this so many types of train, which one runs at topmost speed?
In this trains, you get that which train runs the topmost speed.
Maglev train. The Maglev train is the fastest train in the world. Faster than any train in the world. No train can go faster than this train. The
No,
Maglev train.
some trains has the speed like 450 kilometers per hour. So some trains may have 437 kilometers per hour. My question is, among all those list of trains that you have discussed, which is the topmost speed?
You mean the
It's my first
fastest?
question. Fastest among all the trains as you discussed.
That's maglev train only. The
Okay,
maglev
very good.
train.
Okay, okay, thank you. My second question is, so in the magnet train, we have the technology like magnetic sensor and everything. So what is the technology behind a bullet train?
Technology
In which
behind
technology they are using for?
the bullet train technology.
Yeah, what kind?
How it works.
So what kind of technology in bullet train is used? That's my second question.
Electric technology.
Are you sure?
Electric technology works with the help of electric.
That's what I'm asking you. Are you sure? Okay, okay, okay. Are you sure?
He's asking, are you sure about this? If it
Works about the bullet electric.
Yeah, yeah. The technology of bullet
read
train.
many times. No need to be. You tell whatever you know. No need to be.
I'm sure I say because every
Fine, fine.
pictures they always have show electric wires above it. If it doesn't run on electricity, they wouldn't have actually had it.
Okay.
They wouldn't have actually had it. It doesn't
Fine,
run.
fine, fine. Makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Harsha, what's the biggest train or train's name again?
You mean the longest train?
Yeah.
It
Yeah, the
doesn't
longest
have
train.
a name. It just it's pulled by 8 diesel electric locomotives, and it has about 681 cars, I think, cars or wagons. It's called the VHP. It was written in the book.
Its name is BHP.
VHP. And let me just check. It had about
Okay, I get it.
682 wagons, not 681 wagons. It had pulled by 8 diesel electric locomotives. That's the name, VHP. Any other questions or that's all?
I think questions are over. Thank you so much, Harshvardhan, for giving this wonderful session. Somewhere in the middle, I felt like 9-year-old kid when the session எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்களா or engineering student எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்களான்னு I felt, because you know you told us so many things. It was really helpful, useful. Thank you so much. இங்க இருக்க நிறைய kids, it was inspiring. I'm sure அதே மாதிரி the first kid who's taking session in Let's Talk Let's Connect ன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு it was really proud for us. You make us proud, you make your parents proud. Thank you so much, Harshvardhan. Definitely you will become an inventor with God blessings. I'm praying to God for that. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அழகா இருந்தது. நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வந்து ரொம்ப இன்ஃபர்மேட்டிவா இருந்தது. ஒரு கிட் வந்து செஷன் எடுக்க போறாங்கன்னப்போ I was like, சரி, something he is going to tell or share அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, பட் the confident level which you have, நிறைய பேருக்கு காலேஜ் முடிச்ச ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கூட அது இல்ல. ஓகே, அதே மாதிரி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் அரைஸ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கும்போது you handled very well. I'm sure என்ன பண்ண சொன்னா நான் பண்ணிருப்பேனான்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது, but you handled it very very well. Thank you so much, ma'am. நீங்களும் you feel proud of your son today. Thank you, proud. Thank you so much.
Harsha, does underwater train run with a tube or it doesn't have a tube?
What kind of tube? Like a tunnel?
Yeah, like that.
Actually, these trains, the underwater trains, some of them go under the full sea, not through the water. It goes under the sea. Are you asking about the air-powered trains? Asking about? Or the underwater trains, the trains that go under the sea?
I'm asking about the water train which goes under the sea.
That train, it's like it's pushed through the mud. It's just like they first dig a tunnel and had railway tracks and power supply. Electric wires, if it's electric train to help it work. That's all.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay.
Harjavardhan. Naksha?
Who said that? I didn't hear it clearly.
Yes, Asha, I'm audible now.
What?
I'm audible.
Audible.
Yes, you're audible only.
Yeah, I traveled over the 14 years of train travel. You may show it in a single PPT. Yes, 14 years of travel, you show it is in a single PPT and a single session. What a wonderful you are. And thank you so much, Asha. I feel very proud of you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I show something can I show information to you? Something I can share.
You're asking, shall I show the screen of yours?
Yeah,
the screen share?
Yeah.
Okay, hi.
Yeah,
Okay.
just for 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Just wait. Did you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, our IRCT, the Indian Railway System, has given a virtual world of Indian Railway. You can type rail history on a Google, and you can go rail history. I can show you. The main purpose of the rail history is you can see the Indian Railway in virtual world in your home, or through your mobile, or through your laptop, anything else. You can directly.
Oh, you're saying I can see these Indian railways and all like this?
Yeah, only Indian Railways, not another railways. Indian Railways have a only facility like this. Okay, you can watching live kitchen facilities. When you go to the kitchen from Ahmedabad to Jebha, you can also watch Chennai. You may be in Chennai, I think so. You can watch also kitchen slide. Because of due to the pandemic and corona situation, there is no kitchen is running, so there is no live on that. So you can just click in that. You can watch the kitchen area live in your mobile or laptop. Okay, or you can watch something very informative things like that. Like how many flights are landing and expenditure bills of Indian Railways. Okay, and the scrap earnings, how many tenders, and track renewals, how much kilometers the track renewals can be happen in this day. So these are the information have been given by Indian Railways through the website. So if you are free, you can go this site and watch each and every of this. Okay.
Okay.
Harsha, how does that underwater train go down the water?
How the train goes under the sea, yeah?
Yeah.
They just dig the workers will first dig a tunnel that goes under the sea. That's how they are.
Yeah.
That's how they actually go under the sea. They first dig a tunnel, add tracks, so the train can go under the sea. That's all.
In that picture you saw, it was not that the tunnel was not shown, so I got confused.
The tunnel wasn't shown, huh? Oh, because the tunnel wasn't shown, you got confused. Okay, now you understand, right?
Yeah, now I understand it.
Okay. No one else has a doubt, or still many doubts left?
Train.
I want to say about trains.
Horse train.
Now I actually forgot about one thing about trains. The first horse train in India. The first horse train. The first horse train in India was more than 100 years old. and it was used a very long time ago. These trains could have only gone about with a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. That's all about this horse train I know.
Sorry. Okay.
Who's training in India?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, we'll show the horse train in India. If you can see this now.
Harsha, where's the electric train made?
The first electric train.
Yeah.
Okay, just check. First built in Berlin, a place called Berlin.
Its name is Berlin?
No, the place where it was built is called Berlin. It was built by Werner von Siemens. You can see this is the horse train. You can see.
I cannot see.
Who cannot see?
Yeah, it's written.
I can't see a video. I can only see so many trains pictures. I can't see a video.
You can't see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the screen share is paused. The screen share is paused, Amma. Okay, sorry, the screen share was paused. Now can you see?
Yeah.
No, it's still like that in my screen.
Huh?
Wait.
We unpause. Now you can see, right? Okay. Again, it has paused. Press close. Don't press. Again, it has paused.
Okay, there might be some problem.
Sorry, there might be a problem.
Now the video is okay. Now just show the train what you want to show.
Okay, you can see?
Yeah, I can see her now, Harsha.
Okay. This is one of the oldest kinds of trains in the world. Before the first steam train was invented, the trains were pulled by horses. Before the train was first invented, the first ever steam powered train was invented.
The first train was pulled by horses?
Yeah.
Harsha, the first train was pulled by horses.
Wow.
You can see, right, the train, everyone sitting in one small cart and a horse is pulling it. You can see it, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have some shade things. I thought it had some shade like now train and the horse was pulling that old times also. Now I get it how it works.
Oh, okay.
Why did you stop stealing?
Shall we end? Shall I ask? Shall we end this meeting? Shall I ask?
Right.
Harsha, is that screen over? Is that thing over?
We are still able to hear it, but the screen sharing I have stopped.
Oh,
thank
okay.
you so much, Harshvardhan. So time is 7:30, so we are going to end this session. Before that, I want to share one thing, which is about let's talk let's talk again. இது என்னன்னா யாராவது இன் ஃபியூச்சர்ல யூ வாண்ட் டு டேக் செஷன் chat boxல நான் லிங்க் ஷேர் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஸோ அதுல ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. தென் லெட்ஸ் டாக் லெட்ஸ் கனெக்ட் வி ஹேவ் அ வாட்ஸ்அப் குரூப். அந்த குரூப்ல யூ வாண்ட் டு ஜாயின்னா அந்த லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணி யூ கேன் ஜாயின். தென் உங்களோட ஃபீட்பேக்ஸ் எதுனா ஷேர் பண்ணணும்னா யூ கேன் ஷேர் நவ், அதர்வைஸ் வி வில் எண்ட் தி செஷன்.
Hi Harish.
Harsha, why is that one wheel train builded?
Hi Harsh, my name is Jekrish. I used to watch Thomas Train when I was very small, and
Even
that
I used
way
to
I
actually
got interested
interested
by
in these
train. Your session was very informative and interesting. All the best. Thank you. Also, I learned about different types of trains and how they work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, JK.
Even
Harsha,
actually when
why was that one train name?
sometimes now also I actually still see it actually.
Harsha, what's that one wheel train's name?
One wheel train
And
name?
it
Oh,
has
I think you are not. No, you are not. That's not one wheel train. One rail. The monorail you are asking, right? The monorail. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
one.
actually forgot
One
name.
rail. Not a wheel.
Okay, sorry, I just forgot about that.
No, that's okay.
Hi, Harsh. It was a wonderful session. It was very informative. Keep going like this. Congratulations for the wonderful webinar.
You're welcome. I mean, thank you.
Harsha, the book you learned was Kids Handbook, right? About all the trains.
Not about all the trains. I already knew many. Good. I knew already. But
name
that
is
book
Kids
I just
Handbook
got in.
Train,
My
right?
mother just got me. And this is also one book about trains I actually have. These two are my books about trains I have.
Okay, that one book name you already showed was Kids Handbook, right?
Yeah. National Railway Museum in the top it will be written and be written Kids Handbook. And this book is heading is trains.
Okay, its heading is trains, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
It is Rishit. Yeah. Thank you for the webinar. I understood everything, and it was a wonderful webinar. And thanks for the webinar.
You're welcome.
Like 4 to 5 years, I was 4 to 5 years. I was saying I want to be a train driver.
From the 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will be driving a train actually. But you can't become a driver of a maglev train because it doesn't have a driver.
Yeah.
Or aeromoval trains also like that actually. It's also an automatic train.
Harsha, what's the fastest train names again?
Some of the fastest trains in the world.
Yeah, the trains.
Are you saying? Okay, one question. I need to ask you. Are you talking about the bullet trains and all, or the fastest steam locomotives? You mean?
No, I'm telling the fastest train in the world.
Okay. No, I'm asking. There were some of the fastest steam locomotives in the world and fastest trains in the world that are found nowadays. So I asking steam locomotives or the bullet trains and all. And yeah, bullet train, after bullet train, high speed trains, or you're asking fastest steam locomotive is the question I asked.
That's what I don't know. Which train is the fastest? Only I don't know in that boat.
Fastest is the maglev train.
Okay.
Are you asking about steam trains, steam engines? Fastest steam engines, I
think
told.
I'm saying that because you told there's two fast trains. I'm confused which one is the fastest.
In all the steam locomotives?
Yeah.
As a whole, which is the fastest?
That's maglev train.
Oh. Is maglev train is the fastest train?
Yes. In all the trains, I told maglev train is fastest.
And
I hate
Harsh,
it.
Okay.
you said something about 700 kilometers per hour. Which train is that?
That's 603 kilometers per hour. That's maglev train. No train can go 700 kilometers per hour. No train that fast.
Krishna was asking some question.
Okay.
It's 7:33. Isn't the meeting over?
ஹர்ஷவர்தன் நான் திவாகர் என்னோட ஃபீட்பேக் சொல்லணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ இட் வாஸ் ரியலி நைஸ் அண்ட் ட்ரையல் எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீ அடம் முடிச்சதெல்லாம் நல்லா இருந்தது. உன்னோட ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டியை நாங்கள் பார்த்தேன் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கும்போது. நிறைய இடங்கள்ல வந்து கேள்வி கேட்கும்போது பொறுமையா ஆன்சர் பண்ண அது அழகா இருந்ததுடா. Which I mean really says you are taking a patience to answer the questions. That is really sweet. It's really sweet of you, and I don't know how much people will take this as a sportive and answering the questions. It's even you don't know about it, you are just searching for it and you are answering. And if you don't know about it, you are just saying that I didn't know. So this has come from you. It's really nice and really, I just want to congratulate, and I don't know words which I can greet you. So it was really a wonderful session, and எனக்கு சில கமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, சில விஷயங்கள் ஷேர் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இந்த இடத்துல. இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க குழந்தைங்கள்லாம் இருக்கிறாங்க. ஐ மீன் இஃப் தேர் சில்ட்ரன்ஸ், தேர் ஆர் மெனி சில்ட்ரன்ஸ் ஆர் ஐ கேன் சி, அண்ட் யூ ஆல் ஆர் ஆக்டிவ்லி பார்ட்டிசிபேட்டிங். ஸோ உன் ஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு பிரச்சனை. இஃப் ஈவன் Harshish, your friend or not, you are taking it as a very sportive manner, and you all are asking questions and waiting for him to answer. This is all so nice, and it is not a simple thing. I see it's a wonderful, a wonderful way of people growing with each others. So I see a wonderful generation is becoming up, rising up. So I really very happy today. அண்ட் நான் என்ன சொல்லணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்னா, எல்லாரும் தமிழ் புரியும் அப்படின்ற பட்சத்துல உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது இந்த மாதிரி ஷேர் பண்ணணும்னு நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்க, நீங்க ஏதாவது இந்த மாதிரி ஹர்ஷ் மாதிரி செஷன் எடுக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்கன்னா, யூ கேன் கான்டாக்ட் த நம்பர்ஸ் விச் இஸ் புட்டட் ஆன் chat பாக்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் லிங்க் வந்து போட்டிருக்காங்க. இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டேக் சம் செஷன்ஸ் ஆன் த டாபிக் விச் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டட் you can see the chat boxes that there is a registration links and there is a contact numbers that you can note it out. So you can also take a session. ஸோ அது வந்து நான் சொல்லிக்கணும்னு நினைச்ச விஷயம். ஸோ ரொம்ப அழகா இருந்தது ஹர்ஷ். ஃபைனலி யூ மேட் இட் awesome, and I just need to see your smile. Where it is? I missed it, man. Okay, fine. Is there anybody is asking, waiting for him to answer any questions, or Nancy, if we want, we can end the session with Harsh, if okay with that.
I think we can end the session because, continuously 1.5 hours we speaking. We need some rest, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't understand that.
Nancy, I want to add on here.
Yes. Yeah,
yes,
tell me.
So thank you very much for giving him opportunity. When he asked me, can I do webinar, I just approached you, but without any hesitation, you just accepted his wish. So he was very much excited about this webinar, about screen sharing. And actually, to say a few things he forgot to say, but that's okay, because being in this stage, he did very well answering questions and all. When I thought first that we can skip the question and answers so that he will be little comfortable. Then he said, Amma, question and answers people can ask me at the end so that I can answer. When he said that, I was really, I don't know how he's going to handle and all, but he handled very beautifully. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. Okay. Thank you, and I thank everyone for attending this webinar. In spite of your time and busy schedule, you just attended, and all his friends, especially, because everyone attended and asked him questions and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்கும் போது அதை ஹேண்டில் பண்ண விதம் வந்து நிறைய பேர் லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கணும். அது வந்து ரொம்ப பேஷண்டா ஒரு முகம் கூட மாறல, ஃபேஷியல் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் ஓன் சேஞ்ச், அழகா அதை வந்து ஹேண்டில் பண்ணா. ஐ அம் ரியலி ஹாப்பி. தேங்க் யூ so much.
Thank you for giving them opportunity.
And thank you for giving them opportunity.
Which is the first train we have made in India?
First time it was ever built?
In India. The first train in India.
It was called Thomas Wilson. It's called Thomas Wilson.
Thomas Wilson.
Thomas Wilson. Not Vincent, Wilson. Thomas Wilson. Huh? I didn't get that.
It's Thomas Wilson.
Okay.
Thank you. I think we can end the session now.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Harshan. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, I think I need to ask you a question with him, if possible. If you didn't ask, Harsh, how do you feel after the session? After giving the session, how do you feel? Before you said something and you are preparing for the session and you take it a lot of time trials also. So I really admire your hard works and your putting efforts which you made it. And I just want to know your comments. How do you feel after giving the session?
Very proud.
Say loudly.
How do you feel?
Proud.
Whatever comfortable to you, what is coming into your mind, you can just say it.
Feel free to share us.
Okay.
Harsha, when did you start doing this stuff? Like this learning trains like that?
That I think at end of July or 1st of August.
Not now, they are asking when you were small.
When I was small? What? Can you just repeat that again? Repeat the question you just asked.
When did you learn about these things and the strange? You told many things, right? That when did you learn that things?
Few things such as the steam engine, the George Stephenson and all I learned 2019 itself I had learned it. And that ghost train, I read it many times, but I really didn't understand until I asked my father about this ghost train before I thought of this webinar.
You were 8 years old at that time.
That year I was 9 years.
Oh,
I was
9 years.
I was 9 years at June itself. This year, June itself, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Divakar, you have to answer Divakar's question. How do you feel right now?
Ask some questions, right?
Proud, then.
Okay, they said someone already asked one question, but they didn't get answer. What question was that? Just repeat.
How you feel, giving this webinar?
I feel proud. I already told that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we can end the session. Can we end the session, Harsh?
unless no one has any more doubts.
Highly professional.
Okay, we can end.
Okay, Harsha, is the session ending?
Yes. Then in the laptop you see meeting has ended by host. Will come. Bye. Bye.
Okay, Harsha, bye. Bye, Harsha.
Bye everyone. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Bye, Harshvardhan.
Bye.